What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Pandy here. Today we are going to be looking at Watcher of Realms Guild Boss specifically. A lot has changed on the account. We're really close. We might even hit it in this video, but we really want to try to hit that 50k in Nightmare 4. Let's see if we can get it figured out. Let's go. And welcome back, guys. Like I said, we're going to be looking into Nightmare 4 Guild Boss because we're really close. And I mean literally, we are on the edge. If we go and we look, you'll see here, oh, it actually isn't showing us because we didn't do it with an actual key. Okay, so we did hit 48k blood, which actually I think I can pull it up. I have a screenshot. Here we go. We can definitely pull it up. Here is a screenshot where we hit over 48k blood. We're really close. I mean, like, that's ridiculously close to the 50k that our goal is in order to get the achievement. If we come over here, you'll see here that we get a Demon Captain Ma at 50k, and that is our big goal. That's what we're trying to get done here. So let's take a look at the team comp and what we're using. This is the team comp that I've been using. There is potential for a different team comp to make more sense. For example, I do have access to Toreador along with Valeria and Lust. However, I'm missing the other sort of best DPS in that comp, which would be Arrogance or Salazar, right? One of those two are, you know, ideally the extra person that you want in that slot. There is a world where maybe it makes sense to use someone like Deimos in that slot. I had thought about that, but I'm just not sure if it makes perfect sense yet. Because it would basically have me end up removing some people from the list. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about doing that. This is the run that I've had the most luck with, the highest success chance. And really, I think that I'm very close. There's like 1 or 2 minor changes that are going to make 50k possible. So let's quickly dive into all of the builds. This is one of the builds that I think I probably want to adjust the most. Because if I'm being honest, I don't know, he works, but I would like to see if I can get a little more damage out of him. But I'm just not sure how to go about that. So I think first things first is let's start on this left side. Let's see if we can get something, potentially putting on something like a rage regen set could be potentially worth it, but I do really think I need attack speed as a sort of secondary. This is actually a pretty good piece. Let's steal that from Hatsut. Oh, and look at that. We can steal that. Boom. So right off of the bat, we're already in a better spot, right? That gives us a ton of rage regen, a ton of attack speed. Now, we do need to adjust some of our other stuff, of course. Which could prove to be slightly difficult because this doesn't have crit rate on it, which could potentially lead us to some problems. But let's see if we can find something better. We're looking at right side is what I need to be looking at. Awkward. So let's see. Let's look for attack and crit damage main stats here. This is potentially a good one. So I would lose rage regen, which we kind of want. Let me see if I have anything that also has a rage regen. Okay, nothing super good there. That's on our Anai. We don't want to steal from our Anai. We could theoretically steal this. Or this. This is also a potential steal as well. The single target damage from Doom could be beneficial. But realistically, I think the thing I care about the most is just the stats. I don't think the set really matters that much for him. So let's go ahead and swap this And let's see if we can get some other stuff too. This is a decent piece. Let's put that on him. Oh, this is a really good piece as well. Let's do that. And actually, I just realized I actually don't want this to be... I want this to be attack speed. We can remove that. And let's just find the best piece we can here. I think it's going to be this one. Boom. So this gets us to 96% rage regen with 457 additional attack speed. We're not really trying to get a ridiculous amount of damage out of him. Ideally, we're just looking for like kind of insane attack speed and rage regen pieces. This one actually is just better overall. Let's actually steal that one. Because again, we don't care too much about the damage that we're outputting. This is 24 and 55. I think this piece is better. This piece might be better. Let's see. 66. This is 83. Yeah, this piece is actually better as well. So let's just do that. Okay, so that puts us to 102.5% rage regen and 487 additional attack speed. We are also running the legendary Nightmare Samsara at max. Then we can move on to our Zillu. This is our build for Zillu. I'm pretty proud of this build. We're at almost 16k attack. We've got 324% crit damage. I would like to get a little more crit damage if I could, but that would kind of mean like going and swapping our left side gear, for example, and we'd have to find some really good pieces that has crit rate on it, and I don't know if it's reliably possible, right? I would like to maybe try and get like this set here, the Wicked Vengeance, which maybe we'll have a little more luck once we get this second round of Gear Raid 4 that's coming. I don't think I have any. Here we go. Yeah, so like I have a couple pieces that are like double statted, but nothing super crazy. But I am really, really happy with this build. I think it's a good place to be, at least for now, sitting at around 16k attack. Then we go to the artifact. We are using an A2 Wailing Skull. Unfortunately, my AMR just has not been giving me Wailing Skulls, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of how it is. Then we go on to our Dolores. Our Dolores is in pretty much the best gear you're going to be able to get. It doesn't really get much better than this. 12.6k. I'd love to get some more attack, but unfortunately, I just don't really feel like we are there. We're using a Keen Wisdom. We were using a Golden Scarab. However, it's just not as good. We did several bits of testing. I was on Quas's stream last night, and he tried to get me 50k as well, and we were real close, but we just couldn't quite get it. Then we go on to Anai, and I feel like Anai is in a really, really good build. I actually really like her build. I think it's solid. 17.3 on the attack with 282 crit damage. I'd like to see more crit damage, but, you know, in order to get the... Which actually, let's try. Let's see. Can we find a crit damage that makes sense? So this has crit rate and attack bonus. We would lose about 12. That would put us below, so we can't use that piece, unfortunately. Yeah, so we actually don't have a piece that makes sense here. Yeah, we don't have a piece that makes sense here. So unfortunately, this is what we have to run. It's not the end of the world. You know, it would be cool to swap some stuff around, but we do need to keep that crit rate up there, right? So unfortunately, this is kind of where we're stuck. She is using a 22 of 25 tier of Twilight. I had actually thought about potentially putting on another Nightmare Samsara because of... where is it? Yeah, for every burning the target, she gets like all these extra buffs. And so I had thought maybe if we had more ultimates up, it would make sense to, you know, have a ton of extra burnings. and keep the burning stacked. But I think it does make sense to just keep the attack bonus. It's just kind of insane. So it just makes sense to keep it there. Then we have our hollow build. So the hollow build is probably the thing that like we're lacking the most in when it comes to stats that we need. Basically because we're missing like rage regen on these left side pieces. So there is a world where maybe it makes sense to like swap a couple things out. But only having the 86.5% rage regen is pretty unfortunate. Another thing that is... I wonder if it actually makes sense to swap this. Now that I'm thinking about it, like this is not the greatest piece in the world for her. And like we'd be losing the attack. Let me see if there's another one. Because really just getting any attack speed with rage regen on it here would actually be kind of insane. But we have to keep the invigoration, which is unfortunate. So here we'd have to swap this and then swap the main to rage regen, and we just don't have any, right? And then we can swap to here. Oops. And let's, oh yeah, we need invigoration. And then let's swap to attack speed main with rage regen substitute here. So this would actually end up being better. It's not the greatest better, but this would give us 10.5 rage regen. So maybe this is actually better. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do it because we're in an event anyways. This isn't the greatest piece in the world, but it does push us to 93.5% rage regen, which I actually really like. And then here, I'd really like attack speed and rage regen. I want more rage regen, but I think this is where we're going to be sitting, unfortunately. There is the possibility of losing this attack speed for some rage regen. Like, for example, I could put this on here. We'd lose 75 attack speed. Well, 73 attack speed because we'd gain 2 back. But then we'd also gain 16.5% rage regen. And then here, we could theoretically move this piece over. Which actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I want to do this because I want to see if this is that last little bit we need. So that puts us at 393 attack speed, which is at 1.5, which is what we were at before when it comes to attack speed. But that puts us up to 126% rage regen, which I think is actually a pretty big game changer. And then we can come over here and we can just find attack speed, rage regen. Let's just find something with rage. Oh, we don't have anything. So let's just find something with attack speed then. Yeah, we'll steal this. And then do I have anything with attack speed, rage regen here? No? Okay. All right, well, that's fine. This is okay. It actually doesn't change too much for me, to be honest. I think that's actually a pretty good spot to be in. I really wonder if that hollow change is actually basically what changes it. We'll have to see, though. Then we go into our Aracha. Our Aracha is built for damage. She's not really doing a ton of damage. She doesn't have skill ups, for example. I could theoretically go and try to put some skill ups in here, but she's not going to be doing a lot of damage. She's not on the field 100% of the time, right? Then we go to our Hex build. I'm really, really happy with this Hex build as well. We're at a little under 13k attack with 364% crit damage. And I feel like this is a pretty solid spot to be in for him. We also have him with a A4 Spirit Siphon, which I think is really good as well. Then we can move on to our Silus. Our Silus also in a really solid build, over 10k attack. The attack isn't as big of a deal for him because he's mainly there to deal the ignoring defense damage, and he has 400% crit damage, almost 398% crit damage, and so he is in a very good spot here as well. I really like this build. I wish I could swap a little bit of crit rate for something else, like this could be an attack percent, for example, could be here, because even though it's not as important, it would be better. We've got crit damage on all 3 of our pieces. There's some really good rolls, like this one right here I think is super solid. The only thing that would make it better, for example, would be if this would be flat attack or rage regen. And then same thing here, right? If this was flat attack or attack speed, right? That would be the only thing that would really make big changes for us. And then on these sides over here, of course, if this was attack speed or rage regen, and then over here, well, actually, there's a lot of things that could be better on this piece over here, but I just don't have anything really better, right? So I could theoretically swap out some other things and get some better stats on this side. If I could find something that had like a crit damage, we could get something better, but we just don't have it at the moment. But he also has a 25 of 25, actually a fully maxed Spirit Siphon on him. He's also fully maxed skilled, of course, but he's also A1, so he gets that additional 100 attack speed in his ultimate. So he is doing a ton of our damage. Then we have our Laurel here. She's just in an Invigoration set that's leveled up a little bit just to basically make it so she doesn't get completely rocked. And actually here I want to swap this. Oh wait, no, I can't. She's not a support, right? She's a mage. Forgot about that. I was going to swap her over, but that won't work. Let's see, is there anything else we can put that actually is better here? Something that will give us no, I don't think we got anything. We could technically put on a Nightmare Samsara. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Just because then maybe we actually get our ultimate off, which helps out a little bit more. Not that it's going to make like a big difference. Oh, wow. I just realized I never got her last Ascension. Because she's been at 5-star for so long, right? I haven't really needed to do it. But yeah, anyways, and then we have our Volca here, and our Volca is just in an Invigoration set for reasons, right? You can just throw that on there. She's not really doing much for us. She's in a Scarlet Hunt. It could be pretty much anything. But yeah, overall, I think we have a pretty solid team. Let's give this a test, because the change to Hollow could be a pretty big difference. So we're going to run this probably just one time, just so you can kind of see what we're doing here. And go from there. And get all of our units placed on the battlefield here. Oh, I was a little late there, but that's okay. And then we can do this. And then this. Was that a mistake, actually? I think that was a mistake. No, we're fine. We're fine. Because we can still reach with Laurel, which is the important thing. Right? Like that. And then we throw our... Wait, what? Alright. There we go. So now that we're in here, we're going to basically just start popping all of our DPS cooldowns and just kind of going ham. We do not need to worry about the Hex ultimate pairing with anything else, right? Because he is not on... he is not on the Pyros ult, our Lord skill, right? So because he's not on the Pyros Lord skill, we don't have to worry about him, you know, pairing up with anything because he doesn't need to pair up with anything, which is really, really nice because we can just use him basically whenever he is up, which I really enjoy. I enjoy very much so. So we're coming here up on the next Laurel rotation. So we're going to remove our Aracha. We're going to place the Laurel. Ooh, we're going to remove the Laurel, place the Volca, and then pop everything. Right? We'll go ahead and pop this as well. We're going to be putting on the Zillu. We get the Volca for the extra damage, which is really nice. And then we're coming up on another rotation here. We're going to pop Pyros, followed by Dolores, and then Hollow. And Hollow is definitely doing a lot better with her ultimates. We're going to remove Volca. We're going to place this before activating this ultimate. We're going to remove, place Aracha. And then we should be fine because we're going to go ahead and pop this right now. And then as soon as this goes away, we'll pop the Pyros ultimate to get the big damage down here. There's the Dolores ultimate, followed by Hex, followed by Hollow. Hollow's only down for a couple seconds. So we're pretty close. I think the highest we were able to get by 220 was about 26. So we're actually in a pretty good spot right now. We're just a little under that. So there's a really good chance that we actually make a big difference here once we get closer to the end. We're going to go ahead and pop this Pyros ult at the last part of Zillu's ultimate. Okay, and then we're going to remove Aracha. We're going to place Laurel. We're going to remove Laurel, place Volca, and pop everyone again. All right, we're really, really close here to all of our ultimates, which is really good. Already about to hit 30k, which feels really good. I don't remember everywhere that we were before. We're going to pop our Volca here. Going to get some big damage. And then we're going into the shield here, which we might have actually messed up our shield timing, which could potentially be a problem. Let's see if it's a problem. Because I did not realize that we were coming out of the shields. Yeah, so we definitely messed up the shield timing here. We might still be okay, though. Can we get it off in time? No, we can't. Okay, well, that was a little embarrassing. Let's try this one more time. And then I just need to remember when we're going into that last shield. That's the biggest thing. I made that minor mistake, which causes some small problems, but that's okay. We'll get this done without any issues. And then we'll do this. And we'll do that. And we'll do... Oh, we didn't get it down in time. Awkward. All right. We're popping all the things. Let's go. All right, so we are going to get off the Laurel ultimate there. And we're going to pop the Pyros ultimate here at the end. So we don't need to worry too much about when we use ultimates for shields at this stage of the game because the shields just break so easily, right? So we don't need to worry too much about them. But once we get towards the end of that third shield, that's a pretty big deal. Is going through and making sure that we hit those numbers at a good point. Okay, I totally missed the timing. That might have screwed us up. Let's keep... I'm going to keep him on the board so we can get the damage increase for the ultimates here. Gonna do this. We're gonna do that and that. We'll pop our Hex. And then we will remove and place Volca down. Have all the ultimates. There's a back-to-back Silus ult almost, which is amazing. Into the Pyros ultimate. Then we pop the Volca ultimate right afterwards, which gives us a lot of extra damage. We're going to pop this. Okay, and we are removing, placing, we're popping those ultimates, popping this, popping that, and then we are removing you, placing Aracha. So we actually got the big damage increase on all of our guys here. All right, so here we go. We are coming in on it. We will have all of our ultimates up for this. There it is. It should go down very, very easily. We're going to pop this, remove, place. We're going to wait here for just a second. Remove. All right. I don't think this is going to end up leading to a better score, but we're going to see if it ends up working out to be a little bit better. We get the Volca ultimate here for some extra damage. We have some room, not a lot of room though, which is kind of a big deal. Yeah, this is definitely going to end up being less. I think I made a minor boo-boo there by missing the that early Laurel. We threw off everything by just a little bit. So this is going to give us a decent score, but it's not gonna. It didn't even get us close to that 48k mark, which was a big issue. But let's see what the damage numbers look like. Yeah, so our Silus did a lot less damage than before. Our Silus is normally around 125k, so we mixed up our numbers by just a touch. But that's okay. I mean, ultimately, we're not doing terrible. It might be just a matter of Silus timings. But ultimately, 50k is right around the corner. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know if you have any suggestions for teams. Maybe it makes sense to use a Nightmare team. I'm not 100% sure, but this video has gone on for way too long. But I wanted to show you guys just one full run, just to kind of see what we're working with. Like I said, I showed you that screenshot. I'll pull it up for you guys one more time so you can see we did hit 48k. And we just need a little bit more practice. I did terrible because I'm filming. I swear that's what it is. But anyways, guys, make sure to hit that follow button. Make sure to hit that like button if you liked the video, and make sure to leave a comment down below with where are you guys in your Nightmare 4 teams. Have you hit 50k yet? I know a couple of you have. Squatch, you watch most of my videos. I know you're hitting 50k. And don't forget to hit the sub button because we are pushing for 5k subscribers. I really hope you enjoyed it. Shared it with your gil, share it with your family. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.